Are you serious? I've got some information here with Doug Hagmann and some of the information he's gotten from inside sources within the Homeland Security, Department of Homeland Security. Let me read to you from an article that was on the Canadian Free Press. Contributor Doug Hagmann has reported that a longtime friend and Department of Homeland Security official revealed to him, quote, the uppermost echelon of the Department of Homeland Security is actively preparing for a massive social unrest inside the United States. And not only are they preparing, folks, but he says they're expecting and preparing for it. They are actually facilitating it. According to Doug Hagmann, the Department of Homeland Security source says that the Obama regime, which initiates department agenda and dominates its thinking, will proceed by implementing a economic chaos. Chaos through radical division, chaos through class division, all joined by President Obama and his stable of unelected czars. Now, I'm looking at this report, and I know Doug Hagmann. Matter of fact, he and his son, Joe Hagmann, have a live show. They have a website. Matter of fact, they are at the Northeast Intelligence Network. You can go to their website, and it's at the link below here. But these guys are all over it. They've got sources within not only the Department of Homeland Security, but sources within the Pentagon, sources within other government agencies. They themselves are investigators. They are Doug Hagmann, of course, is the founder and director of the Northeast Intelligence Network and co-host of his own show called Hagmann and Hagmann's Report. And I've been a guest on their show before. I tell you right now, these guys are all over the issues that relates to some of the things going on when you start talking about the forming of a one world government or a new world order, or as I like to call it, according to the scriptures, the beast, which it takes a one world government to manage a one world currency or a one world economy. And we talk about a global economy. What we're really saying is it's all coming together. Now, there's some run on the banks going right now in Greece. And what folks don't realize is on May the 6th, Greece declined their government. They refused the austerity program and plan of their government. Basically, their government is insolvent. And here's why I bring it up, because of what Hagmann is saying about America. Because Greece is insolvent, and it really is, from May the 6th to May the 15th, $1 billion was pulled out of the Greece economy and transferred into other economies, because the euro in Greece is taking a nosedive because of they're broke. The debt, the policies have broken Greece. They are broke, busted, and disgusted. Now, yesterday, May 16, 2012, another $864 million were withdrawn from the banks by the citizens of Greece. So you had $1 billion the first 9 days. You had almost another billion yesterday. What I'm telling you is there's a run on the Greece banks. Greece is going to topple. Greece is going to fall. And I want you to understand something. They will have to leave the EU. The people will lose at least 50% of the total value of their money when they go back to their own currency alone. And if they don't change their policies, they're just on a spiral downward. And they're not the only one. Italy is just about as bad as shape. Portugal, Spain, and folks, so is the United States of America. Now, what does this all mean? Why are we preparing for chaos? Watch what happens in Greece over the next 30 days and multiply that exponentially at some point here in America, unless we change the policies that have set this in motion. Primarily, we have done exactly what the Bible told us not to do in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 7. For we have become servants to the lender. We are a slave to China. We are $17 trillion in debt. Our national debt is continuing to rise. It's not going down. These jokers have been sitting in Capitol Hill up in the Congress for how long now? For the last 4 years, talking about how they need to do something, wringing their hands. They don't even have a budget. There's not even a budget proposal. Harry Reid, where is your budget proposal? John Bonner, where is yours? This is why guys like the Hagmann, Doug Hagmann, are making the statements they're making, because it's seeping out, folks, from the government agencies. It's already starting to seep out of the coming chaos that's coming upon the earth. Because when it comes to America, folks, it's coming to the world. And we're on the brink of the beast. We're on the edge of eternity. This is the apocalyptic hour. How close are we to the second coming of Christ? I don't know. When is he coming for the bride? No one knows. The Bible says no man know the day nor the hour. No, not the angels. Not even the Son of God. Only the Father. In Matthew 24:36. And in Mark 13:32. But we certainly can see the day approaching. So I'm putting this information here. These are quotes coming from Doug Hagmann. Some quotes coming from one of his sources that is revealed to him from inside the Department of Homeland Security. I highly recommend you go to the Hagmann's website, read some of their information, and get a little bit more insight of what he's reporting. I'm looking at it from a biblical standpoint, that it's definitely been predicted and prophesied in the Bible that this day would come. The black horseman of the apocalypse is in full gallop. But he's not the only one. There's 4 of them. So is the red horse of war. Why do you think nation is rising against nation and kingdom against kingdom? Because there is the horse of war. There is more finger pointing. There's more rockets pointing. Who knows what's going to happen at the NATO summit in Chicago? Really? Who knows what's going to take place in the Olympics in London, England? Really? Are you serious? I'm Pastor Paul Begley. I'm very concerned about the situation as it evolves. But what can I do about it? Well, I can only do one thing. Point you to Jesus Christ, to the cross. Point you to the cross of Calvary and let you know that Christ wants to set you free. He wants you to be saved. He wants to redeem you from sin and me. For we've all sinned and come short of the glory of God. There's none of us righteous. No, not one. The world's in turmoil. The NATO summit's meeting in Chicago on May 20th and 21st. There's a solar eclipse the same day, May 20th. A powerful one called the Ring of Fire. 28 members of NATO are going to meet in Chicago, except one. Israel was told to stay home. Would you do that? What is up with this? And all of these things that are happening, the race envy, the class envy, the propaganda that's being poured out by by both sides, really, of our political spectrum here in America. Is there any truth left? Yes. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by me. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Let me pray with you. If you go to my channel page, the personal messages, you click right on there. Send me a personal message and title it, I want to be saved. I want to be saved. We had 5 people saved last night in our revival service, and we will be live tonight at 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at my website. Go there tonight.